that extra range will make it a little bit easier during the laning phase. But if an axe does land on you, you still have to respect the damage output that can come from this Olaf. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that top lane because it's going to be the -1s in chat being spammed.
Kamegalon.
Very unfortunate. Cinkrof now looking to try and punish because he knows exactly where Zanzarah is, has the smite up.
Cinkrof is going to dive forward here. Zanzarah trying to get away, but you can see just the damage from the Diana. The red buff as well helping Cinkrof out so much in this trade.
Ooh.
And the flash crescent strike is enough for Cinkrof.
Beautifully played. Cinkrof, not only does he steal
out one minion, but still able to catch everything else. And Cinkrof now in a good position to look for a gank towards this mid lane. NuclearInt cycling through the cards. There's the gold. Dale's going to go forward. Gold card locked in. There's the stun. Cinkrof has the Crescent Slash to chase this one in. Zanzarah coming in from the side as well, but he realizes his mid laner is down.
Super risky trade there.
He's got to crab up towards the top, so able to get himself at least a small mercy. But right now, Cinkrof just so powerful on this Diana.
And you may have heard analysts on the desk talk about how Cinkrof is a very smart player. He's a player to watch. He's someone that you need to pay attention to. And it's because of his of course, in this early game, we know that BDS have a pretty significant advantage, and now we're kind of waiting for these next neutrals to spawn. So Drake is in about 2 minutes' time. Limit is looking for a couple. That's a big commitment.
Yeah, Dajor's coming down. Limit underneath the tower. He's going to get rooted if those blades can get pulled back. The charm immediately from promisq, and NuclearInt has invested a lot into this. Dajor looking for the chase. Ooh, tried to chain back onto Cinkrof, who dives back in underneath the tower. Dajor flashes away from the hook. xMatty now tanking it. Only 2 shots to him. And a perhaps slightly misplayed tower diver. Zanzarah is on the way. Stunned out of the Spectral Maw.
Okay, so a lot of summoners. The Herald will secure themselves a good number of plates off the back of this. And they're going to push in another wave mid, make sure that that gets walked underneath the tower, and have a look at Adam as well. Just goes back to base, does have the TP. Of course, it isn't unleashed yet, which means that he won't be able to stun.
Consequential, and Zanzarah agrees with our assessment, so he will retreat from the river. 3,000 gold lead, 2 dragons in the pocket. Even though this Olaf usually picked for its impressive laning phase, that it hasn't had as much against WhiteKnight here.
Well, I will say he's mainly kept him under the tower, yeah, so he's done his job, I would say.
I think also, though, it provides quite a lot as the game goes on, because he can just chase down Kobbe as promisq looks for an engage down towards the bottom side. Depth charge going to land. Here's WhiteKnight, though. xMatty's burned both his summoners to get away, and he cannot escape. 2 quick kills over to Astralis.
Excellent flank TP utilized there by Astralis. BDS, it felt like they were looking for a lot of these plays towards the bot side of the map, but it's Astralis that actually made
out the area. Knows that he is not on vision as of yet. NuclearInt still gold card locked in. They're going to wait for him to use that as Zanzarah now steps in. Everfrost stunned up. NuclearInt's going to pop the Ghost. Cinkrof trying to turn this one back around with the Moonfall. NuclearInt pops his stopwatch, and immediately afterwards is able to flash away. Dajor still on the chase. The final auto attack will be enough, but Cinkrof is hungry for blood. And Dale's tastes delicious as Cinkrof gets his 3rd kill of the game.
Dajor just
destinying forward while Astralis were trying to collapse.
I can only imagine it was to move into fog of war so that Astralis wouldn't have information on where he was. When he saw the BDS collapse come through, he's looking to follow up, and now we're having a fight.
Really good scryers. Fast out alteration there will spot WhiteKnight if he tries to blast going onto the back of the team. Zanzarah down
to
for half
get rid
HP.
of it, though, I feel.
Dragon. Depth charge. WhiteKnight's going to get locked up. Flame Chompers limit flashes forward. Slicing Master coming out with Dale's on the back line. Look at the damage from Zanzarah, from Astralis. They dive in, and BDS over-invested in killing WhiteKnight, but they're able to get back across the wall. Dajor low. Kobbe trying to heal up his mid laner. Dajor dives back in. Adam low, down to about a 3rd HP. Limit, Cinkrof, and Adam still alive. Trying to fight back against Astralis. Dajor on a sliver. On a fraction of his HP. Kobbe now not in the best of shapes, not in the best of positions. No flash, no heal, no hope of escaping. Kobbe locked up. Adam with the undertow across the wall brings back promisq to die.
What a crazy fight between the 2 teams. The BDS just barely are able to come out on top of. They will secure themselves the 3rd Drake and make their way to the Soul Point. Wow. And look at this, the commitment onto promisq, as now they found a pick on a WhiteKnight.
WhiteKnight does have flash. All of BDS on this top side of the map, though. Limit trying to get in range for the depth charge. Doesn't quite have it yet. WhiteKnight still surging his way away. But here comes Cinkrof. And as you say, Blast Cones, a welcome addition to the game for Cinkrof as he gets his 6th kill of 8, Vedi. Super Mega Death Rocket's going to get popped. promisq flashes and stopwatches and then jumps away. He is able to escape.
And Astralis walk away limping. The question is, will BDS now use
like that? Of course, WhiteKnight was slightly overextended in the top lane, which is why BDS were able to collapse on him, and perhaps the Blast Cone for Astralis might mean they can catch out Adam. The Ragnarok will get him away from any stun that may happen. TP's coming in as Astralis look for a fight. Ragnarok pop by Adam. He's going to try and chase down WhiteKnight, but he's shut down. Heartbreaker through the heart of Adam.
Yeah.
They take this tower. They're going to get an influx of gold, and the more times you can find these small picks and start taking these outer towers, it's not a huge amount. It's nothing massive, but it is enough to slowly creep your way back into the game. You can see gold lead, though, still 4,000. NuclearInt flashing forward with the stun card there. I did not think he'd get in range for the Destiny, but BDS
Checkers, come look, the river, ooh, you need control, why don't you? But they know exactly what BDS is up to. Just because that ward gives so much additional information, they can play patiently, they can wait, and the TP's coming in there.
There's no deep wards anymore. There's no deep wards anymore. They're all expired apart from the one near Krugs, which might have been just too far away. Destiny, though, WhiteKnight locked up, stun card, slicing Maelstrom, Everfrost. He's rooted in spot, he can't get away. And he makes like a tree and leaves. promisq pops the quickness, looking to try and get on the back line, but the depth charge just knocks them all up. And one by one, they are battered down by BDS.
Very clean fight once again from BDS, and the execution was just flawless. They see WhiteKnight on the flank, they immediately collapse on him, and this time round, the backline does not get attacked. That's an easy secure of the soul. Caught out in the bot lane a little bit, but the idea, the whole setup, the way in which they've been playing around their waves, the fact that they've been respecting what their opposition could do.
We do have a slight visual error going on right now. We're working on it, so
I was gonna say,
obviously things look a little bit odd right now, but we can continue with that great narrative point you were
This
hitting.
is exactly like my solo queue games, you know?
It's Berlin internet.
When you exactly. You're just like, you're clicking and you're like, wait, no. Drake's about to spawn, and then this happens. This is exactly what happens. And then you're back and you're like, okay, Seam, sorry, I'm back.
xMatty at 2.5 items should be able just to melt this one like a hot knife through butter. And BDS take it down.
So many topside jungle. They have control over the mid wave, they have control over the top wave, and now they're forcing Astralis out. And now Zanzarah could be in danger.
promisq's looking for a big flank here as well. Zanzarah, though, caught out by Adam. Heartbreaker away. promisq was spotted on a ward as he walks into this mid lane bush. Now we'll have to dance away off towards the top side. Dajor is fighting against Limit, and of course it's the portal combat that is winning out. Dajor locked up, the Destiny coming out. Moonfall from Cinkrof as well will force WhiteKnight to flash away with the slicing Maelstrom still running. Already Dajor down, Astralis flashing all ways to sunder, and you have to feel it's the wrong road home for Astralis as they walk back to the fountain.
They can make their way towards the Baron now. They still have 5 people alive, and the fact that Dajor has lost his life, Zanzarah doesn't have flash, doesn't have ultimate, should mean an easy and straightforward objective. It's been a steady, clean game overall from BDS, and they continue to do just that. The TP now coming through from WhiteKnight. He doesn't have ultimate. This will be a last-ditch effort to try and get something back, but looks like it's not going to result in anything.
Yeah, Baron already gone down. BDS take it, 9,000.
And then the 3 remaining just move through the jungle and gain control, and every time Astralis try to answer, well, guess what? You're not allowed to. So BDS then look for the fight, and honestly, just very clean gameplay overall from BDS. Something that Grabs was talking about in week 1 was that a lot of the basics need to be hammered home into a lot of these young players fresh to the LEC, and I feel like you're starting to see some of that pay off. A lot of this core concepts and a lot of these basic macro movements being very well executed. Good patience from BDS.
Now talking about windows here, though, Dajor locked up depth charts. There's the stopwatch. promisq getting onto the backline, though, immediately chunked to half HP. Limit down, a good double root coming out as well, but WhiteKnight is already locked out of the fight. And BDS, they found their window, and they defenestrate Astralis. They chuck him back to the fountain. And in 32 minutes or thereabouts, BDS will pick up their second win of spring.
Overall, a very impressive and clean game from BDS. This is the exact type of showing that they need to show that they can grow, they can develop, and that this team has a positive trajectory. It all started with a fantastic early game from Cinkrof.
Started with success.
It really did, and they held on to that success. That was going to be the big question mark. Could they maintain this early game lead? And they did a beautiful job. They played around their waves well. There was one blunder in the bot side of the map where WhiteKnight was able to find a good TP flank, but aside from that,